Some characters don't just play their role, they get under your skin. They ruin every moment they're in, twist every scene, and somehow make you feel real anger through a screen. You don't just dislike them, you despise them. They make you want to skip scenes, throw a pillow, or just sit there shaking your head. And yet, you keep watching. Because deep down, you need to see them fall. These are the ones who made us yell at the TV, who made every victory against them feel personal. The ones that turned movies and shows into something real. These are the most hated characters of all time.
First off, we have Joffrey Baratheon. The name alone still makes people angry. He wasn't just the king. He was the perfect example of what happens when power lands in the wrong hands. A spoiled kid sitting on the Iron Throne, acting like the world owed him everything. From the start, Joffrey was the kind of person who enjoyed watching people suffer. Not because he had to, but because he liked it. He was cruel in a way that felt too real. The kind of cruelty that comes from entitlement, not necessity. He didn't just punish enemies, he humiliated them. He made a sport out of pain, treating life and death like they were games he could control. And the worst part? He was proud of it. There was no strategy, no purpose, just ego. He'd talk down to warriors who'd seen real battles while hiding behind guards and his title. Every word out of his mouth was meant to remind people that he was king, even though deep down, everyone knew he didn't deserve that throne. And that's why people hated him so much. He wasn't a smart villain or a misunderstood one. He was just cruel for no reason. He made you angry in a way few characters ever do. Every time he opened his mouth, you just wanted someone to shut him up. But here's the thing. The reason we hated Joffrey that much was because Jack Gleeson played him so well. He made the character feel real. So real that even years after the show ended, people still talk about how much they hated him. That's not bad writing. That's incredible acting.
Write back to Lord Frey, thank him for his service, and command him to send Robb Stark's head. I'm going to serve it to Sansa at my wedding feast.
Your Grace, Lady Sansa is your aunt by marriage.
A joke? Joffrey did not mean it.
Yes, I did. I'm going to have it served to Sansa at my wedding feast.
Next up, Ramsay Bolton. If Joffrey made you angry, Ramsay made you sick to your stomach. He wasn't a spoiled kid in over his head. He was calculated, sadistic, and utterly terrifying. From the moment he appeared, it was clear. This was someone who took pleasure in causing pain, and he had no limits. Ramsay didn't just hurt people to gain power. He hurt them because it thrilled him. He played with fear like it was a toy, breaking people mentally and physically, pitting friends and family against each other, and leaving a trail of terror wherever he went. He tortured his enemies, humiliated those weaker than him, and even turned supposed allies into pawns for his amusement. Every scene he was in had you gripping your chair, hoping, praying, that someone would finally stop him. And yet, despite all the hate he earned, the character worked because of the performance. Iwan Rheon brought Ramsay to life in a way that made him terrifyingly real. Every smirk, every sinister laugh, every cruel whisper. It wasn't just acting. It made you hate him, fear him, and remember him long after the show ended. That's the mark of a truly unforgettable villain.
Sorry.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Up next, Sir Criston Cole from House of the Dragon. Where do we even start? The man who somehow manages to be the perfect knight while somehow also being, well, a total simp. He's loyal to a fault. Not heroic loyalty. Not I'll protect the realm loyalty. But the kind that makes you roll your eyes and go, dude, chill. And let's not even get started on the fact that he apparently doesn't age. Years go by in the story. Kingdoms rise and fall. And Criston doesn't age a day. Still the exact way he was on the first episode. It's like he got stuck in a sim lifespan cheat code. Meanwhile, everyone around him is dealing with wars, heartbreak, and politics. And Criston's biggest struggle? basically pining endlessly. He's devoted, sure, but he's also naive, dramatic, and exhausting. Every scene he's in, you're torn between laughing at his desperation and getting annoyed by it. And yet, credit where it's due, he pulls it off. He's charming, he's intense, and he somehow keeps you invested, even while you're facepalming at the way he handles literally everything.
I want us to continue as we began with you as my sworn protector.
You want me to be your whore?
Speaking of annoying, up next we have Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter. Just saying her name still makes me pissed. She wasn't scary in the usual way. No swords, no monsters, no dramatic threats. But somehow, she managed to make me hate her as a kid more than any dark wizard ever could. If I'm being honest, I even liked Voldemort. From the very first scene she appeared in, I just knew I didn't like her. I could feel it. The way she smiled while telling everyone what they couldn't do, the endless rules, the pink ribbons and annoying voice. She had the ability to turn anything into a lecture, to squeeze out any form of happiness from everyone and everything, and just make everyone miserable. It was like someone bottled up every annoying adult I'd ever met and added a dash of, "I secretly enjoy seeing you suffer." Umbridge didn't just punish students. She micromanaged us into misery. Every little act of defiance got stomped on. Every attempt at fun twisted into a lecture. She was cruel, but in the most passive-aggressive way possible. And that's why she's unforgettable. I hated her then, and years later, I still remember her smirk and that ridiculous voice. And yes, credit to Imelda Staunton. She played her perfectly. The charm, the fake sweetness, the pure evil behind it, she made every shiver and groan worth it.
Can't do this. Actually, I can. Who do you imagine wants to attack children like yourself?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Lord Voldemort.
This is a lie.
It's not a lie. I saw him. I fought him.
Detention, Mr. Potter. See me later, Mr. Potter. My office.
And finally, we have King Tommen from Game of Thrones. Man, if there was ever a king who made me want to shake him by the shoulders and say, "Do something," it was him. He wasn't evil. He wasn't cruel. He was just too weak, too soft for the throne, too gentle for the game, and way too easily influenced by literally everyone around him. It got so bad that at one point, I actually found myself missing King Joffrey. Yeah, Joffrey. The kid we all hated suddenly started looking like a strong leader compared to Tommen. That's when I knew things were seriously off. There's one moment that says everything you need to know about Tommen. The scene where the High Sparrow had Marjorie, the queen, his wife, locked up, and Tommen just stood there doing absolutely nothing. The entire Kingsguard were ready to wipe the fanatics out. All they needed was his word. But guess what? He didn't even raise his voice. He just froze, like he wasn't the king of the Seven Kingdoms. Now we all know what would have happened if that was King Joffrey. He was the kid who accidentally wandered into the throne room and didn't want to get in trouble. He had power. Real power. Armies, advisors, a throne that people died for, and he still let religious fanatics run the kingdom like it was their personal playground. Watching him fold under pressure was painful, especially when everything around him was falling apart. But that's exactly why Tommen stands out. He wasn't hated because he was evil. He was hated because he wasn't ready for any of it. He was a good kid in a world that eats good people alive. And credit to Dean Charles Chapman. He played Tommen with that perfect mix of innocence, fear, and confusion that made the character feel real.